Imagine standing in a place where no other human is anywhere nearby. No cities, no ships, no airplanes, no islands, just endless blue water stretching in every direction. It sounds like something from a science fiction movie, but this place is completely real. Hidden deep within the South Pacific Ocean is the most isolated location on Earth. It's called Point Nemo, and almost nobody ever goes there. At first glance, Point Nemo doesn't look special. There's no giant whirlpool, no mysterious island, no sea monster waiting beneath the waves. It's simply a single point in the ocean. Yet what makes it extraordinary is its unbelievable isolation. The nearest pieces of land are more than 2,600 kilometers away. That means if you were floating at Point Nemo, the closest people to you might not be on Earth at all. They could actually be astronauts orbiting hundreds of kilometers above you aboard the International Space Station. Think about that. You could be closer to people in space than to anyone on land. So, why is this place so empty? The answer is simple. It's incredibly difficult and expensive to reach. There are no shipping routes nearby. Very few fishing boats travel through the area. Even scientific expeditions rarely visit because there's little reason to make such a long journey. But Point Nemo has another surprising purpose. It's known as the spacecraft cemetery. When satellites and space stations reach the end of their lives, they can't stay in orbit forever. Eventually, they must return to Earth to keep people safe. Space agencies carefully guide many of these spacecraft toward Point Nemo. Since almost nobody lives or travels there, the risk of debris hitting people is extremely small. Over the years, hundreds of spacecraft have ended their final journey in these remote waters. Even Russia's famous Mir space station was deliberately crashed near Point Nemo in 2001. Imagine looking beneath the waves. Scattered across the ocean floor are pieces of human history from space, old satellites, rocket parts, fragments of spacecraft that once orbited our planet. It's like an underwater museum built by space exploration. But the mysteries don't end there. The waters around Point Nemo are surprisingly quiet because it's so far from land. Very little nutrient-rich water reaches the area. As a result, marine life is much less abundant than in many other parts of the ocean. The deep sea here feels almost empty, dark, silent, and seemingly endless. In 1997, scientists monitoring underwater microphones detected a strange sound from the South Pacific. It became known as the BLOOP. The sound was so powerful that it was recorded thousands of kilometers away. For years, people wondered if it came from a gigantic unknown sea creature hiding in the deep ocean. The mystery sparked countless theories and legends. But years later, scientists found a more likely explanation. The sound was probably caused by massive icebergs cracking and breaking apart in Antarctica. Even so, the mystery captured the world's imagination and reminded us just how little we truly know about the deep ocean. In fact, scientists estimate that more than 80% of Earth's oceans remain unexplored. That means countless species, underwater mountains, and hidden landscapes may still be waiting to be discovered. Point Nemo is more than just a lonely spot on a map. It reminds us that even in the age of satellites and smartphones, our own planet still holds places that remain almost untouched, places where nature is still incomplete. Control, and where the unknown begins just beneath the waves. So the next time you look at a map of Earth, remember this: the greatest mysteries aren't always found in distant galaxies. Sometimes they're hiding in the middle of our own oceans. What do you think if you had the chance to visit the most isolated place on Earth? Would you go?